female dude, she's a what, dude? You can't do that. I'm sorry, and expect to cross back over to women like I can't.
So I'm gonna push back on you just a little bit, Cuzzo. And
Yeah,
this,
because I'm just trying to say, because basically you just said it's a double standard when men sleep with a lot of women, and then women
Yeah,
sleep with a lot of men. And so, but is it not a
Too selfish,
double
really
standard when a
quick.
woman sleeps with a woman, and then a man sleeps with a man, and
it's
then
more. Let me. It's double standard, but it's more accepted. Let me say
why?
that.
oh, okay,
That's
Because
please
society.
explain.
That's
because
society.
This,
I'm
I agree with him.
this
It
is
is
why I
more
because
wanted to
accepted.
have this
That's
because
society.
conversation.
because it's more men and women out there subjective to sleep with each other. As far as two women and a man, you don't never hear no woman say I want to sleep with two dudes and the dudes and them sleeping together
Dude,
too.
yes, so again, so this is what it comes down to, right? There are accepted perversions in our society that we are okay with. But when the rule of thumb is given to the opposite side, there's an issue. And it's not
Yes.
because of
I
it's
mean,
not because of
it's not
it's
blind. We know about it.
yeah,
That's
we
what we
know
saying.
about
It's not blind to it.
it. Okay, so if you're
But
okay with
so
us,
just because we're not blind to it, does that make it okay?
exactly.
That should be the topic. Because right now,
Hey,
because
hey,
like you saying,
hey,
we
hey,
know it's out here. We know the
hey.
color red is red. You know what I'm saying? Some people might not like it,
Okay,
but
okay,
Let Chris
Travis.
talk. Let's go ahead.
Okay,
Let's
hold on, real quick,
go
Trav.
ahead.
Okay, so you and your wife, you before y'all get married, she's like, "Hey, I've had relationships with women before. That's not something that I'm no longer doing, but I just wanted you to know about that. You're okay with that, right?"
I am because I want to know if she gonna try it again. I want that issue.
So it's
That's
always
Now,
there. So is
now
that
if
thought
the
gonna always be there?
I'm
That's a
Go
I'm
ahead.
I'm
question.
not
I'm
tripping.
sorry, man. Go ahead.
Listen,
You
now
answer your
it's
if
just
the
question.
you're
if the
no,
shoe was on the other foot, would she be as accepting?
no
Do you
woman
think?
would. No woman would. If
That's
any,
what I'm
it's
saying.
very
Travis
very
is
slim.
agreeing with her. Travis is agreeing with the woman
If
side. I am too.
if any women accept that, it's very 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 few. No
Sure.
Uh
woman.
huh.
It's no woman that I know of that I've never even heard of that would be like, hey, I messed with a dude. And don't get me wrong, they out here. They just it ain't in my face. I don't know the business. You know what I mean? But
Right.
Not a peg and
I've been on the earth 44 years, and through my sexual time on earth, I have never heard a woman be like, hey, dude used to mess with dudes, and you know what I'm saying? That's my boyfriend, and it was okay. I just you know what I mean? So with
Okay.
me, it's just like one of them things, man. I'm like, I don't think you can come back from it as a man.
Yeah,
Mm.
I got you. I
Okay.
got you.
And that's okay. All right,
all right,
Chris. What say ye?
brother Chris, brother Chris, where you at? Your
What
opinion. Let's
say
hear it.
ye?
Pretty pretty much what pretty much what I had said earlier is if somebody is being honest and not discovered as sneaking around,
Mm.
then
Mhm.
can echo.
Yes, yes. I mute myself and see.
Okay, let me try that again. I had an echo, it threw me off. If somebody's honest and they're not sneaking around and they've agreed to the ground rules, I'm assuming monogamy, and there's no cheating, then it should be okay. Now, if she found out that he had been sneaking around while they were engaged, that implies there's a very strong chance that there will be cheating down the road.
Mm-hmm.
But if she found that he was completely honest with her, then I think she was in the wrong. That's just
Let me
my 2 cents.
let me ask
Okay.
y'all this. Let me ask y'all this.
Okay.
Why didn't he say
Yeah.
something to her in the beginning?
Out of fear.
Thank you,
It's
Chris. Thank you, Chris.
right.
Because look at how we're talking about it now.
I
He
understand that, but this is what I'm saying.
Very valid question though,
After
Kev.
you've been on several dates,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
To the point to
you
where
know what
you
I'm saying.
engage.
You got plenty of time to bring this up.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm like honestly think that from the way that the conversation was going, I think that it kind of came up in the conversation like maybe something one of the boys that he was with is now is still a friend, and it came up in a drunken game night or something. This is how it looked like it came up.
Right.
This is how she
I
found
really
out.
want to
I
take
don't
all.
think he had any intentions. I
So
really
you
don't think he had any
you
intentions
you
of telling her.
you seen the
I'm,
whole video? I mean, it's a whole video because I only seen the clip. If it is a whole video,
I think
It
it's a
is a
hoax.
video.
I can
It's
play the audio. I can play the
like we
audio.
can.
Period.
Yeah,
Oh,
we can
okay,
send you the
Mrs.
link as well, cuz.
Hi, Miss Vanessa. You said she's just doing want to know. Okay, so the topic is a woman calls off her engagement to a guy because she found out that he had several sexual interactions with men in his college days.
Yeah.
That is the topic. And we're trying to find out, is she wrong for calling off the wedding? Is she being immature? Or is she in the right, like, for how she feels?
So I will say this just to give my answer on the whole topic. I don't blame her, and I agree with her for calling it the wedding off. And the
Mm-hmm.
reason why is because he might have simply entered in entered into a marriage with her just to cover who he is, right? Because he might not be actually comfortable with being a gay man.
And I can see that point because the way that he was pushing
Yeah,
the issue
the way
afterwards,
he
he
was
was like,
forced.
he was like, we still getting married. I don't care
Yeah,
what you say. We still getting married. Yada yada yada. And
and
he's like, you ain't calling off nothing. You
Mm,
ain't calling off nothing. We still getting
right,
married. I'm like, whoa, bro, that's a little aggressive. Let's press
yeah.
pause and figure out where we're coming from.
it became too much, and at that point, it
I see.
started to seem like manipulation.
if
Go
they
ahead, Chris. I
if
thought
if
Chris was gonna say something.
if they going if he feels like they gonna get married still, they need some real counseling. He need to talk to
Oh yeah.
somebody about who he really is, or if because like man, if you did that in college and you did it on several occasions, that means you liked it, right? Now
Maybe.
you can go back and bounce around and I want some cat too or whatever, but man, you did that with more than one dude, man. Like you need to talk to somebody if you trying to plan on marrying a woman because like you say, you have to make sure that that's what you really want in marriage.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And I don't disagree with
Well,
you
there's
on
some
that.
people that are
I don't
bisexual, but
either.
it doesn't mean that they're gonna be loyal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it comes down.
I think for her, well, I give my thoughts. I
go ahead.
say I don't think she was wrong. I think because as a human being, I think that thought, like Travis was just resonating, I think that thought would always be there. Like, why?
Mm,
Every time he go out and be like, boom, I'm finna go get up with the fellas. We finna go shoot some pool. You know what I'm saying? Every time he leave, that thought is always resonating in
Mm.
her mind.
yep.
You know
Because
what
I'm
I'm
like,
saying?
when he come back, I'm like, let me smell your breath.
Oh,
Right. We talked about toxic relationships and all that.
oh my God.
Th- This could be a means for a toxic relationship down the line. You see what I'm saying?
It could. You right. Because I'm like,
So, because
make sure that boo boo staying in the back and not in the front.
even though he was honest and he brung it out and he came forth with it, it's still gonna resonate with her all the time. Every time he leave the house, every time I think
And let's so we're talking about a couple that's trying to enter into a marriage.
a
Mm-hmm.
marriage. Yeah, correct.
There's a certain amount of trust that you have to have with the
Yeah.
person that that you're willing to engage in this endeavor with, right? And if he was willing to actually be open and honest,
She not. He can't go nowhere with nobody.
because
He got
at
a
that point, like
chastity belt on and a muzzle.
if you got to come back into the house and you got checks and balances, that's not love.
No.
That's not
Not
love.
at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
They're bound to fail, right? It might
Here goes
be it
another
might.
woman. So I'm not the only woman in here. There's other women in the
Well,
comments.
Vanessa Taylor said, "I would not want to be with a man, and know that he
No,
has been with another man. I'll pass."
I told you.
What about children? What about children in a relationship? We ain't even spoke about children.
Jesus
Like
Christ!
we don't know if they got kids or anything, you know what I'm saying,
I
going
don't think
forward.
they do. I didn't. Well, it didn't come up. We
Correct.
don't know.
It didn't come up. It didn't come up, but that's another something that's gonna always resonate with her.
Man, it would been a whole lot better for him, in my eyes, had he brought this up in their dating situation. That way, he's giving her a choice.
So what conversation would this come up in? Date 1, date 2, date
Well,
3?
it
When
has
you
to
move
come up.
in,
It has to come up before you ask this woman to marry you.
Yeah,
For sure.
You know, so no matter when it comes, it has to come up before that because she needs to be able to make a choice. Be like, hey, do I really want to get myself off into this, or I'm just gonna leave this alone?
if
I
I'm not
kind of
in that
feel like
life,
that's
I
the
go to
same as
grave with
asking a
that.
woman what's her body count. You know what I mean?
No, that's I don't think that's a
That ain't the same thing.
that's a direct equivalent. I think that might
It's
be a little.
telling your business. Wait a minute, did you have an orgy in college? You know what I'm saying? We don't know if somebody ran the train on you. That's the conversation that y'all both brought up, but
So
we didn't speak about that.
let's all be 100, right?
Come on.
Especially my men first cousins. There are things that we've done together that we will never tell anybody else about. That was
It
our
ain't their business.
exactly. And so with that being said, you can share what you can share, and what you can't. And if he was comfortable enough to say, hey, look, this is what I did, but I don't need you to validate me, but I need you to understand where I am and where I was, and you to be okay with that.
Gotcha.
That's the level of trust that he was trying to actually instill in their relationship. And I think
she wasn't there. She wasn't
But that
there.
don't
She
mean,
wasn't
yeah,
ready for it.
that doesn't mean you have to accept it.
No, but he should have did
right.
that before he asked her to marry him. That's what I'm saying because
You're right. You're right.
You can't spring that on nobody and y'all about to get married and you think that's okay.
Understandable, but bro,
Yeah.
you don't, man. Like want to say, the first day, the first month, the first year, now y'all done moved in. Everything has been so beautiful. That
Mm-hmm.
ain't in your mind. But then when y'all have a conversation like, boom, is there anything you want to tell me? You know what I'm saying? That's a random ass question.
Then
Yeah.
like, well,
And then
that
come
was this
out and he be
one
like,
time
wait a
back in
minute.
college.
So
You know
Chris,
what I'm saying? So he
Chris,
put it all out in the. Go ahead, Jig.
I was just saying, Chris been quiet for a second. What else do you want to add in? Give me a second. I'll be right back. I'm listening.
Okay.
Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, nothing. Okay. So
I
basically,
don't think he hear you.
she's So basically,
Can you hear us,
we
Chris?
all agree.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
Did you have
I was
anything else
just
to
saying
say?
that any successful relationship needs to be based on trust and communication to work and to have longevity. So the honesty going in and the continued honesty. Now, when you start being dishonest, that throws everything to the wind.
So do you think,
Just my 2 cents.
like Travis say, do you think he should have said it in the beginning, or was it the right time?
But what really is the right time to tell the girl that you plan on spending the rest of your life with?
Before you put
Yeah,
that
that's a
damn
big
ring on
question.
her finger.
Yeah,
Before you
that's
trying to put that ring on the finger, you need to, man, let me tell you something. If you're a dude, or even if you're a female, just for this example, just say you're a dude.
Mm-hmm.
You're a dude and you to mess with other dudes in the past, you know what I'm saying, several occasions. And you with a woman and hey, listen, I got some stuff I need to talk to you about. This is my past. This is what I want to do moving
Yeah.
forward, but this is my past. This is what I did. You have
Yeah.
to give people that option to say, hey, I do want to fuck with you. I don't want to fuck with you. You can't bring that on nobody. Y'all
That's the
get
way to do it.
man.
You walk straight in with that, and you're just honest from the get-go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So since we are talking about women wilding this week, we're talking about women just out here wilding. So next scenario, a woman goes on a date with a guy, refuses to get out of his car. She refuses to get out of his car because they show up to a chain restaurant.
Hey, you don't know how many disrespectful names I called her watching that video.
Oh, so you saw the video?
Shit, did I?
Okay.
Did I?
I'm not familiar with it. Tell me.
Okay.
Well, I got the background.
Hey, you got that audio, bro?
I can pull it up. Give me a second. I'll
Find that audio so Dirk can hear it first before we talk about it because
she would not get out of his vehicle.
Bro, he took. Bro, not only did he take it, he took to a chain restaurant. Bro, he took it to the Cheesecake Factory though.
And
Okay,
I'm just gonna say this.
Little mama
I
like,
love I love Cheesecake
what's wrong with
Factory.
the cheese? Right, what's
boy,
wrong with cheese?
she shitted on the Cheesecake Factory like it was Chili's or TGI Fridays.
Oh,
Hey, I like all them places.
I do too.
I like food, so hey, you take me somewhere to eat. I'm happy. I'm in my seat bouncing, waiting to get out the car. Okay.
you got the
So,
happy days going.
Hey,
yes, hey, tell me you
bro,
gonna
look.
feed me.
Then she tried to act like she was a 10.
Okay, so this is she was definitely like, oh, she was like, you cannot take somebody that look like me to a chain restaurant. Look at me. Look at me. Do I look like I go to chain restaurants? Yada
Boy,
yada yada.
hey, she
Maybe
was
she know her
mediocre.
worth. Maybe she know her worth.
Yeah, you know what her worth was? I feed that whole McDonald's and White Castles. That's how I feel about them.
But I'm just saying
That was
Don't
that
give
might
me
be
no
her
White
gracious.
Castle. Don't give me no McDonald's unless you plan on having me in your
that
bathroom
might
all
be
night.
you. But the previous guys may have took her to Root Chris, Benny Hannes. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like she might know her worth.
you know what her problem was? And
So
What's
this is
that?
here's the
just
thing.
this is my
Here,
opinion. Dude wasn't black. What was he like?
he he's
Mexican or
Persian.
something?
He was
He was
What's
Persian.
the
Persian.
difference?
hmm
Oh,
So
Wow.
she thinking dude, she expected dude to come spend a bag on her, bro.
Okay, now he did come and pick her up in a BMW, and
okay,
it wasn't a low class BMW. It was a new boy,
Yeah, he was
okay.
driving a
and
nice one.
he had a nice BMW. He did pick her up. So I'm thinking she may have like, oh, he got money, and like, oh, we finna go somewhere nice.
So
Now,
go ahead,
like,
Wanda.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just finna say I got the audio up.
Okay.
Listen to this dirt. Listen to this dirt.
Yes, Chris, I wish you would have put that comment in the general comments because that's in the private comment section.
Yeah, he had told us that while you were gone. So
Okay, sorry about that.
yeah.
All right, so I'll play the audio of this young this.
Yeah, excuse me, I'm fixing me another beverage.
Go do it, cuz.
Do your thing. I'm drinking Monaco's tonight.
So let's I hope everybody's sitting down and
Enjoying the drink.
you got
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen because I ain't here. Me and Chris ain't familiar with the conversation. So
Yeah.
here we go. Here we go. It's
Okay, go ahead.
6-minute clip, so let's get it.
let's go.
We can't hear it.
I don't think we can hurry. We hear Travis making the drink.
We can't hear it.
Okay,
Yeah,
give me
he just put the bottle down. He got him some ice. Look, he back. You see what
Well,
I'm
I tell
saying?
you the truth.
We heard Travis make a drink.
Yes, there is a video as well. Yes.
there it is.
Just tell me what it is.
Okay,
Let me
there
Oh,
we
here
are.
we go. Here we go. It's right
All
here.
right. Okay.
I'll play it. Let
There we go.
me start a little bit. And we will
Oh,
play
fool,
it.
get out my car.
There we go.
Can y'all hear it?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you want me to open the door for you? Okay. Are you're recording me? Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory.
Hey,
This
Maya.
is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. What's the problem with that?
Yes. I
Hey,
love the
that's-
Cheesecake Factory.
Who takes
Listen.
something
Listen.
like this to a chain restaurant? You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them. Oh yeah, I want to talk about it. Yeah. Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk.
In his car, not hers.
In his car.
And look at her edges.
Non-existent.
So yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So you expect a man to go all out on the first date? Is that right? I mean, you're
Stop
supposed
from
to.
bro.
I mean, when you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted, so you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her,
Good
treat
for
her
good
well,
burger.
right? Yeah. What's
and
he supposed to do?
I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself to keep you safe, you know, to respect you.
Bro, talk your talk.
Keep watching.
Of course, pick you up, of course,
I done seen enough.
and
No,
just treat
keep
you like a
watching.
gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean,
And then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I
Respect.
expect her to be cooperative, and at least
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
well, I mean, like even like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm, anything like that, or hold my hand, anything like
I
that.
mean, it's too early for that.
Okay,
I don't know
and
you.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
She didn't know him to hold his hand to walk to the car.
Asked your apartment to pick you up. You didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. Just we're not
Again,
maybe
I don't
we're not
know
there.
yet.
Okay.
Right
But
there. We not there.
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
but
I got myself all made up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a
I
lot
done
wrong
seen
with
enough, bro.
No, you haven't. Keep watching.
I
Oh
really
my
have.
God.
She is
Well,
over.
Oh,
you
I
guys,
have a feeling there's a punchline to this. This is something.
it's
This
not a
disrespect.
punchline. This is real life. We're gonna keep
This
pushing.
is
Well, look
All
at
right,
I
let's go.
mean,
Let's go. I'm with you.
see,
Cheers.
now that's where we should have went. All right, right there. Call him.
See,
Call him.
no.
What do you mean no?
See,
I
I told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 a.m. At 4 p.m. Right?
Mm.
And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting outside
I
for an hour.
understand.
Wow.
I was waiting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
And
That is not possible.
and that's
I would have left.
Shout out to King
if
Bro.
we're not there in the relationship to meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice fancy restaurant as Aria.
Talk your shit.
Real nigga radio. My bad. Apologize.
Wow.
We're late. I mean, I told you
we weren't.
twice.
Yeah,
Left.
I agree with Maya.
Should have left
Yes.
after
Correct.
15.
That's why I say this is
Because
all
maybe
bad.
get there early and even have some time to get to know each other
I'm saying that.
while we're in the parking lot. I mean, for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you know, all that, like, equivalent to that? I mean,
I literally
you don't
just said,
understand.
I feel so sorry for this guy. And there she is just posing for the camera.
That's
And
all
she's
she's doing.
totally into herself.
Thank you. That's why I've been done with it. It's all about her. That's from the first time y'all showed it when she.
Yeah.
It's all about her. It's not about a relationship. It's not about moving forward with him. It's not about anything but her and her views and her people.
Mhm.
You want to
He's
know
trying
who
to
I
make
would
a
love?
All
clown out
right.
of him.
So let's get
I
into
would
it,
love-
fellas. Let's get into it.
You want to know who I would love for?
I agree
to
with
get a
Dirt.
hold of her? He is no longer here with us. But if Kevin Samuels has seen this,
Right, because he is trying to make a mockery out of it. She's trying to make a mockery out of this guy.
this
Yeah.
dude trying to take you out and show you a nice time. He an upstanding guy.
Yeah.
He got kudos in my book for waiting an hour because you ain't finna have me
Yeah.
wait 30 minutes.
I agree with Travis. He has put so much work into this, and I agree with Dirt. I'd be frustrated. I was frustrated in the first 15 seconds.
Yes, she'll trip. And then my thing, your hair ain't fresh. You talking about you getting made up? Your hair ain't fresh. You know what I'm saying? Them ain't fresh braids. You at least could
Only you
Don't
as
get
a
me-
black
The
man
braids
know that
look
those are
good.
not
The
fresh
ears is
braids.
what it is. The
Bro,
braids look
Only
good.
you as a black man knows those braids were not
let
fresh.
me tell you this. Let me tell you this. a woman like her, I would literally pick apart.
Yes, I
You know what I'm saying? I would have loved that been me on that date, and she recorded it. I would have went viral and been a
From
sensation.
But she
from
had a gentleman.
everything,
She
from
had a. Go ahead,
the
Jig.
Kermit the Frog
No, 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 she
Route 21 dress to
Yeah,
the
see,
those beauty supply earrings.
you want to get treated like a name brand, but you ain't got name brand nothing on.
so let me dispel a myth, right?
Go ahead.
She was not with a gentleman. She was with a good guy, but she was not
Yes,
with a
Yeah.
gentleman, right? Because gentlemen, and I, one of the things that I build myself on, my one of my foundations is being a Renaissance man and being a gentleman, as well as a scholar. What I can tell y'all is, gentlemen, what we do and what we know is our situation. And if the situation doesn't present itself in a fashion to be or to act in a certain stance, we will not.
Right.
What that means is, if I go into a strip club and I got $40 and somebody ready to leave, I'm going to be a gentleman in that situation and for that situation. You dig? That's what a
putting me up.
that's what a gentleman is. It's intellect,
Yeah.
understanding, situational awareness, and interacting
It's
where
called
you
chivalry.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not finna take a chick that's spend about $50 on some goddamn eyelashes and
Mhm.
expect to take her to Ruth Chris and appreciate it, because she won't.
She wouldn't have went to Ruth Chris because that's a chain restaurant too.
Yeah.
Facts, for
Yeah.
sure.
What is she
And
doing? That's what I'm
and I
saying.
like Ruth Chris too.
Correct.
Me too.
What is
So
she
let me
doing?
another like, so there's a place in Chicago. It's very exclusive. It's called Kinsey's, right? And it's a steakhouse in Chicago, downtown Chicago, and it's
Heard
very
of it. Heard
it's
of
high.
it.
Absolutely. She would never make it to Kinsey's,
You gotta
ever.
make it.
Yeah.
You gotta make it to that point, bro.
She'd never make it to
And
that
that's
point.
what he was
I'm
telling
just
her.
gonna be honest. I
Yeah.
think
That's what he was telling her. It's the first date.
my first date
Well,
with my now husband was, I believe, Dave and Buster's, and I was hella appreciative, and we had a
Yeah.
oh
fucking
yeah,
ball. We had a
because
ball.
he tried, right?
He
Right.
did. I wasn't expecting to go. I would have been good with IHOP, honestly. But
Yeah.
I mean, we went like we went. We had food. We
Yeah.
had drinks. We played games. He bought me a
Right.
cute little thing. I'm like,
All right.
Listen, you hold yourself
So
to a certain standard,
if
but
the restaurant, okay,
you're not bougie. You don't have to
I'm not.
it's not.
go spend all this money to enjoy yourself.
It's
I
not.
So
don't.
that's what I was gonna get to, cause so if I got our first date and I gotta take you to the most extravagant place that we've never been in my life and your life,
What we doing after that?
what
No,
are
I
we
tell you
doing
what
after
that means
this?
to me. I tell you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell
This
you.
is hard.
I'm
And
gonna
I
tell
ain't
you
talking.
exactly.
And I'm not talking about that night. I'm
It's not a
saying
bad thing.
as
But
a
the
process of
first
going.
date is just get to know each other. That is the first date. We are trying to bond. We are trying to find mutual
I would have taken that
Yeah.
motherfucker
things that
to a Mobile 6 gas station and got a slushy.
Hello.
And he paid twice over. It
I
was
would have
not
like.
only he tried to take
I
her
would have
somewhere
left you
nice, but
too.
he
I would have
waited
left you too.
and waited and waited. She made him pay
Chris,
twice.
Chris,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
with
listen.
time. Yeah.
That was the problem with me. This man waited an hour for you, and then you got the audacity to
She got
like,
10 minutes. She
man.
got 10.
People, let me say this: it's some black women out there, and I hate to say this, there's some black women out there, man, that just make our rest of our black women look so bad.
So
You know,
fucking.
like
It's just
That's
women. It's
Yeah.
people.
women. Period.
That's
It's
and
women.
people.
Period.
Yeah.
this is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Well, this is why I'm saying
Yeah.
this.
I know you
There-
resonate on our culture, you know what I'm
You
saying?
try,
But
yeah.
as people, yeah, go ahead,
You
Cuzzo.
trying to be something. You trying to be something that you ain't just because you can go tell the next person like,
Yeah.
shit, buddy
Yeah.
took me. We spent $500 bill, this and that, blah blah. Like, man, come on. Who cares?
This is why I love playing volleyball with this dude.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what. The
I'm
reason why
I'm
the
taking
reason
another shot because I feel sorry for Buddy.
The reason why,
But he ended up taking her home. She didn't have a date, so
Good.
and he better than me because I would have put that motherfucker.
Nobody would. He dropped her
Hey,
off in front of the Cheesecake Factory. It's all family and
hey,
friends. You know what I'm saying? If you
hey,
ain't with
G.
nobody,
Hey, G. I would have put out my car and
oh,
then
okay,
went to
take a
Cheesecake
shot.
Factory by myself.
Facts. Not
she would have
look.
followed him in.
Yeah.
I
No,
would.
Travis.
I would have told her. Listen, I appreciate you getting ready. I thank you for coming out, but there are other appointments that I need to make tonight. So this can't stop me or
I got
hold me.
people that are doing things to see.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, my
So
bad. Did I say it out loud?
let me call you an Uber, and you have a good evening. Because that's how gentlemen handle it, right? Because I'm not about to get upset and start cussing her out. No, she doesn't deserve that energy from me. What
Okay.
she does deserve is for
Yeah.
me to like essentially, you have the day that you deserve.
He did the right thing.
Yes. Yes.
You have the
I,
day that you deserve.
He wasn't
yeah.
loud. He wasn't aggressive. He was just presenting facts.
Yeah.
Like, look
Could
here.
that? Could you
It's
see yourself in
everything she
that
said.
position and acting like that, bro?
Yeah,
I couldn't.
I could, bro.
Bro, I would have clowned her ass. I promise, bro.
I
And
would.
I know it. I
No.
know it. And I know it.
And
Okay,
and
I'd have
which
and
called,
brings
and,
us.
I'd have called
and it's not
security
be
at the mall or
and it's
something. You
and
know what
it's
I'm
not
saying,
be
or anywhere. I'd have
it's
called
not
security.
because
Wanda, as a woman, how would you feel would have been the appropriate response?
To if I
She didn't
think
want to get out the vehicle.
I think he responded well.
Okay.
Now, if it were me, if I was him, I wouldn't have waited the hour. She wouldn't have been in the car in the first place and seen where we were going. Period.
I
I would have
agree.
just left and went to my reservation where I had by myself, or picked up somebody else because I'm sure he has options.
Just taking her home.
I think he worked with him. She the
Yeah,
secretary.
Wow.
probably,
Yeah.
and that
No,
could be it too.
you, I think it was a situation where you seen something that you like and you was like, man, that's out my league. But then when you go and approach it, and you be like, damn, hold on, that's not out my league. That is way beneath me. I'm
Right,
above that. You know what I'm
right.
saying? I think that was a situation like that. So she might be a coworker, you know what I'm saying, like y'all say, but I think it was a situation where he just felt
Yeah.
like I really can't do that. I can't move on that, but
Yeah.
let me shoot my
Yeah,
shot. And he shot his shot,
Yeah.
and then it just went
I
bad
Yeah.
for him.
Never
she
date a
looked at it
coworker.
real.
That's always a mess.
No, she
Fact.
looked at the whole situation like dude's a different race. So he finna go spend some money on me. He ain't finna be this typical dude to take me to no chain
mhm,
restaurant and this and that. When she was in fact dead ass wrong about him.
mhm.
He a nice guy. He was taken to a nice restaurant. I give my wife right now and say, hey, we going to Memphis to the Cheesecake Factory tomorrow. She gonna jump for joy. She loves Cheesecake Factory.
I love Cheesecake Factory. I'm just man, give me a Southwest egg roll and a red velvet
Thank you,
cheesecake.
Martel. I agree.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
here is, and this is going to be a bit of a controversial statement.
Mhm.
Um, and this is simply from an aspect of women that continuously push a zealous aspect of feminism that say, men, why aren't you holding each other accountable? Women,
Right.
why are you all not holding each other accountable?
I'm saying she dead ass wrong. I literally
We ain't
said
just
she
I
was
talking
think
about
dead
you,
women
ass
Wanda.
wrong.
are.
We ain't talking about you, Wanda. We talking about your other homegirls now.
I,
I think women do.
everybody in my comments said she was dead ass wrong. All the females were saying she's dead ass wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, because I saw a
Good.
lot of so when I was looking
Kiva, what up, cuz I ain't see you
when I
out
was
there.
just hopped
I'm
in
tripping.
when I was looking on TikTok, there were a lot of women that were trying to come to her aid and rescue, and I didn't understand that. Right is right and wrong is wrong,
Mhm.
And
and
she
we
dead ass
actually
wrong.
and we live in the gray so that we can try and figure that shit out. She was
Yeah.
wrong.
Okay. So which brings us to our third offense of these
Yeah,
hoes is out here wilding.
Mm.
Um,
These
a
hoes been
female.
wilding.
A female has been pretty much ghosting a guy that's been texting her constantly. Um, she decided she's bored and decides to entertain the text and say, "Hey,
My
let's go
nigga
out
say,
for
let's go for some drinks. You order
let's
4
go
dozen
for
of
drinks."
oysters.
So they go to the spot. They go to the spot, and she proceeds to order. Not only did she order a drink, she ordered 4 trays of oysters
Hey, she
and
was
did not
slurping them
offer
motherfuckers.
slurping them
They
down and
at
did
Hey,
not
she
offer
$15
slurping
pop.
down.
Buddy
Hey,
They
Dirk, you
any.
seen
$15
that one?
pop.
You
Yeah, I
ain't
seen
seen
that.
that one? Hey, you
Yeah,
see
So
how
no,
she
I
was
ain't.
slurping them oysters?
so not only did she eat 4 trays of oysters, but she also ordered an entree. Now, mind you, these oysters are $15 a tray.
They
Yes,
was on special that day.
It was a special. They
but
were
still
$15 a
$15.
tray, but still, that's $60
That
in just
$60 worth of oysters.
oysters.
Yeah.
That's not
Then she
including the
had crab
drinks.
cakes.
She had crab cakes and Old Bay potatoes,
Yep.
and she also ordered drinks.
Look at
Buddy
you.
had one. Buddy had 1 glass of Chardonnay.
But that's what he asked her out for, the drinks.
He did ask her out for drinks, and she
Look,
goes
mom.
and orders. So, in this episode of These Hoes is Out Here Wilding, what say ye fellas?
I'm gonna let y'all go
Just
because I'm not gonna get.
unbelievable.
Yes,
Listen,
Dog
Chris,
Chris, dog Chris.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not mad at what he did.
So, Chris, we just in the story like this. You heard what Wanda said. So the guy went to the restroom
It didn't come back.
and
Didn't
didn't
come
come
back.
back. So she was upset
Wow.
because she had to pay the bill.
But she didn't. She ran out on it too.
So he ditched
No,
on
she
the
paid
bill.
it. She paid it.
She paid the bill.
She paid it.
So
No,
But
I
her
think it
tip
was like
was
$11 she put up there and left.
Oh, that was a tip. That
That
was
was a
an
tip.
$11 tip.
Was she wrong for that
she
tip?
right. She ate
So
$100 and something dollars
she
worth of food and gonna leave an $11 tip. I'm like,
lived
come on now,
$11
sis.
tip. That was horrible.
Hey,
what
hey,
happened was,
buddy hit her back.
Go
Buddy
ahead,
hit her back.
Chris.
Say he'll cash out before his drink.
He
yeah,
did. He did say he'll cash out her for her drink.
I went to the bathroom and he ghosted her, right? And she waited
Right.
about 30, 45 minutes.
Now,
I didn't
in
realize.
in
And she
his
still,
defense, she had been ghosting him too.
yeah.
He ain't do nothing wrong.
So
Oh
she,
yeah, did you tell that story, Wanda?
Y-
Because
Yeah, I did.
He been
yeah.
trying to
Mhm.
get at this woman for
A
months.
while.
So
Yep.
that's
Yeah,
Oh.
she started
And
off with that.
she never presented. She was like, when she was going to the restaurant, she was like, "Oh, okay. He been hitting my DMs. He been hitting me up, trying to get at me for months. And okay, I'm gonna finally take him up on
I'm
That's
this
different.
bored,
offer
so I'm gonna take
and
him
go."
up
Well,
on
she
his
said she
offer.
literally said she got bored.
And said, yeah, she said, I'm bored, and I'll take him up on his offer. Okay, Keela, what would you wanted him to say? What would you
let
have
me
wanted him to
Keely,
say?
look. I'm gonna tell you something,
Yeah.
Keely. You ain't gotta post like you ain't gotta try like waste your finger muscles. God damn it,
Mhm.
get in this, get in here. So
Yeah, y'all can come on and talk,
at
please.
the end of the day, right?
Hit that link if y'all want to hop in the box.
Absolutely.
Shit.
So at the end
The
of
more the merrier.
yeah,
Yep.
at the end of the day, dude ghosted her. He dipset. And
Yeah, he went to the bathroom and went home
yeah, what he ended up doing is he cash apped her for
for his
drinks.
drink. Yeah, for the drinks. He did pay for her drink too.
So
Wow.
classy. So
Put his
classy.
damn radio.
Oh my God.
Correct. He got Eric. He got
So
Eric. He got more.
so
Wow.
she was left to actually pay the bill. Right. So Chris, you started saying something. You said unbelievable, but I don't think you
I,
finished your thought.
I'm just laughing and just saying the whole thing's a train wreck. That's all.
It's
Most
classy.
definitely.
I love it. Cash out for my drink money. It's classy. I love it.
No,
Right.
I wouldn't give that motherfucker that. So I'm
He
gonna
said
hey,
he
look, I'm
he
telling you
should have
something.
told her. Keela said
Hold
he
up.
should have told her that ain't what he here for.
Yeah, no. I'm
Yeah.
finna be my South St. Louis shit. I'm finna be on that. Right.
Killer, he did. He said, let's go out for drinks.
And I'm gonna tell you something because it's been a lot of fuck chicks that was like, oh, this motherfucker apparently got some money and he at the bar and he paying for drinks and he can do it. Bitch, I can do it for me. I'm not volunteering for you.
But
Hello?
But that's the
And
same
just because
situation with the old girl at the Cheesecake Factory zone. Because
hold up,
none
Carl,
of none of the way.
give me a second. Let
Go,
me get on my
speak.
soapbox real quick,
Go
right?
ahead.
Because
I
first
got